are several examples of how walleyes typically relate to their available habitat.
Let's examine a typical natural lake. It has a variety of bays, points, flats, deep humps, and weed beds. Walleyes use a number of areas, taking full advantage of their many options. Major points or bars are often primary walleye attractors. It's not simply because they're points and stick out into deep water. It's also because they provide a wide area of cover and feeding opportunities at a favorable depth. They have distinct edges that drop off to deep water, often concentrating active fish at twists and turns along the edge. This is the break on a break concept that is so popular among walleye anglers. The depth change or drop off concentrates cruising walleyes along the obvious edge. Points or turns along the drop off act as natural collection points where both game fish and bait fish collect and linger for long periods of time. These are prime areas to contact fish. Note, however, that there are also several large flats that provide similar habitat at the same depth. Many anglers will ignore them because they don't look like structure, meaning that they're not distinct points or humps. However, they do provide similar living conditions and may attract lots of walleyes, particularly if they have cover like wood or weeds. In such situations, the spots which concentrate fish along the deep edge of the cover are usually smaller and subtler than merely fishing the obvious edges of a bar formation. But they can hold lots of fish under the right conditions. Therefore, you must not only consider the shape of an area, you must also take into account the habitat it provides. Large, multi-level structural elements provide a wealth of fish habitat for many seasonal and weather conditions, and can attract fish under a wide variety of circumstances. Such spots have been termed superstructure. Compared to smaller or simpler spots, they have much more attracting and holding power. Numbers of fish might use superstructure at a variety of depth levels, whereas smaller spots might attract fewer fish. If you're playing percentages, and that's what successful walleye fishing is all about, expect large, complex spots to hold the most fish. This doesn't mean that small, hard-to-find humps or subtle turns in the break line are poor, just that they usually have less power to attract fish. However, in heavily fished lakes where anglers cover the large, obvious spots like flies, smaller spots get less attention and can be among the best fishing areas once you locate them. You must judge the intensity and sophistication of the fishing pressure a body of water receives, and then make a good game plan based on your observations.